can't learn it.
When do you get onto big jumps? How do we get onto the big jumps chapter? Because you rode with Vink, right?
Yeah, so I owe that actually to Get Pumped. He'd seen Get Pumped, and I think he shared it. And at the time, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, even if that video gets deleted, now I've made it. And then I had a friend from Cornwall, Jasper Flashman.
Yep.
And he went and did the fest stuff on his own, and then he was my ticket in, basically, because I knew him, and then he introduced me to Nico, and then Nico's like, "Yeah, you can come if you want." And at the time, I was like, "Sick, yeah." I don't know if I'll do them, but I'll definitely take you up on the offer. And I must say, when I got to Loose Fest, I was pleasantly surprised. Okay. I honestly, the whole way there, I'm like, what have I done? I'm going to get there, and they're just going to be like unreasonable, you know, like
FMX jumps.
Yeah, like you just
are.
Yeah, but you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, that makes zero sense. Yeah. But I remember sitting there, and we were there early, so we were around the jumps for 2 days, and I just felt a lot better. I was just like, right, they actually look like real jumps. They don't, like if you stand far away, they're not even big. So
that is,
I love that.
Okay, I like it. Yeah,
you watch someone jump them, and it's not like that doesn't work in my mind. It can make perfect sense.
I get that. So how did you go about first runs? How did it work? What were you like?
And which Loose Fest is it? How many years ago is this one?
It was, they had the 100-foot step down.
Right.
And then you went round the corner and you hit right, the one that Remy crashed on.
Yeah, okay.
But it was a year or two before Remy crashed, I think.
Right.
And basically the first person I saw do it was Reynolds. He was like, I remember from last year, I think, and then just dropped in. And he did the first one, and I was like, all right, it doesn't look too bad. We're all sat up the top, you've got all your body armour on, and you're like, I think I'm ready. And then Jasper was the next one to hit it. So he jumped it perfectly fine. Both these two just landed and pulled off, and they were like, right, got the first big air out the way. I dropped in, I remember I hit that first lip, and I was like, this has gone well. Like I'm flat, I'm going to land. And the moment I landed, I was looked at the next lip, and I thought, it ain't ever going to be faster than this. So I just did the next one. And then I landed and felt exactly the same. So I did the third one.
Really? Yeah. So run one.
I did the first three, yeah. And then I was like, I'm not doing the 100-foot step down first run, because, that makes zero sense. Because it's like a fire road round the corner, and then it's just been chopped off at the end.
So you didn't follow?
No.
Interesting. I would... Bastard. Yeah, that's a pretty bold move, that. I would always follow,
Again, I was 19 at the time.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it wasn't like a point to prove, but it was like, I've seen two people do it. I know what it's going to be like.
Yeah, it's built in at 19, isn't it?
And I think Sam said before he dropped in, it's a bit of a scrub and a lean, because the first one's a hip. But the case pad is massive. It's like, honestly, like 20 foot of case pad. And it's sloped down. So if you case it, you just take off again and do like another 40 foot. Yeah. But you're all right.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like that, like kids build jumps.
In terms of big jumps, I think Sam is one of the best people to listen to, or any jumps actually, because he gives like real...
It's weird details that stick with you.
Yeah.
That you don't necessarily think about at the time.
But it's really helpful, because I always worry about giving someone the wrong... I wouldn't want to do that at all. That's the worst thing ever. But he'll say, you won't overshoot this, or he'll say something that just puts exact picture of what's going to happen in your mind.
Yeah.
I've really noticed it with him. I don't know why. Obviously hanging out with him a lot, but
big jump specialist.
He is, isn't he? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you can't build stuff like Dartfest and not know what you're doing.
No, true.
Yeah, you'd hurt a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, it just wouldn't work.
Do you think like your attitude towards it's changed now from being like 19 and probably showing up with a bit of a...
I thought I had, but then obviously my foot fell off.
Yeah.
And then when I went to Royal Hills end of last year, there was another 80-foot jump, and I didn't follow anyone off that.
Right.
But I think because it's Nico's.
What an episode. You did really well there.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah. Do you know what would finish it off?
What?
If you could put some sort of link over my face.
Yeah, I can do that. I could put a video up on Ollie's face of an episode we think you'll love.
Is it on now?
There is a subscribe button here on this chair, and on my face, another video we think you'll love. Thank you. We appreciate you.
There's nothing in the chair now. Subscribe.